Hey guys, welcome back to Tower of God at New World. In today's video, I want to correct something I put in my previous video. Now, in that video, I have used the YouTube editing software to clip it out, so people watching that in the future won't see it. But I made an error when I was calculating the gear cost and consumption, and it's actually neutral to go ahead and enhance your gear when you feed it. And I'll explain that more. Basically, what I'm saying is, at this stage, it looks like it's safe to go ahead and upgrade your gear, because when you feed it, it carries over the exact same experience, but also gold. I originally thought there was a gold loss. I'll explain my error, but I wanted to show you guys everything to it. Now, keeping in mind, I've only done this to calculate from feeding blue gear into purple gear. I haven't been able to go for the next tiers, so if they do have losses, I will let you guys know. But at this stage, looking at blue gear into purple gear, there's actually no losses in gold or experience, so you're pretty safe to go ahead and upgrade that gear. So let me jump in and show you what's going on. So if we go over here, I'm going to open up a little notepad that I've got with some numbers on there. But essentially, if we go over to say here, and we look at it. Now, the error I made in my quick napkin math calculations before I made that previous video was I was feeding a fully upgraded blue piece, but then I was gauging the cost of a blue piece off of one of these shimmery ones, which is like a blue plus, if you want to call it. So I just made that error because they don't really distinguish these things too well out from each other. Like, the shimmer is hard for me to see, but that was completely my mistake. So what I want to show you guys is, if we go enhance here and we feed a normal blue piece, we're going to use all normal blue pieces in this example. So if I go ahead and feed that one, you can see that it's going to give me 50 experience. So that's what I've written here. Blue feeds for 50 experience. Moving on past that, to get a blue piece to +3, which we'll go over to this blue piece, and to get it to +3, the first level is going to be 100, second level is going to be 200, and third level is going to be 300. So 100 each level, but accumulative, that's 300 experience to feed it up. Now, the cost of doing so is going to be 30,000 gold. And then if we bounce back over here and we go ahead and feed an upgraded blue piece, which I have one here that's upgraded to +3, you can see that it's going to cost 5,000 gold. Which is this number here. And then it's also going to give us a 350 experience. Now, that 350 experience includes the experience of that blue piece plus all of the upgrades from it. So you have no experience loss in feeding that. But then when we look at the gold cost for it, we've got the 30,000 gold cost for the 300 experience. And then we've got the extra 5,000 that we're feeding it with. Like, that extra 5,000 cost that we're doing right in this example is actually the cost that was incurred for feeding this first piece by itself. So essentially what you can see here was, when you look at the math, it's essentially 100 gold per experience, and that's the calculation. And when we do this feeding system, there is no losses. So that was a really long explanation to show you that essentially if I upgrade my blue gear and then I feed it into a purple gear, I don't actually lose any gold or experience. The only gold that I'm losing is the gold that I actually use to upgrade it at the time I use it. So the one thing I would avoid is upgrading too much gear to the point where you run out of gold and you can no longer level your links up, because that would be bad. If you're then running out of gold on links, that would suck. But in general, at the moment, we don't know what else Gold Crunch is going to come, but honestly, it's a fantastic quality of life that they've made a change to from every other idle game that I've played. And like I said, I just made an error in my calculation, so I wanted to correct you guys and let you know that now I am going to go ahead and upgrade my gear. Now, once again, I can't confirm because I don't have it. I can't confirm that there's no losses from purple to the next tier, which I believe is red, but I would assume, based on this principle, that it would be, and you should be pretty safe to upgrade your gear. Once again, I will let you guys know if that changes, but in general, very promising to see. Now, what gear do you want to upgrade first if we're looking at it in that priority? Because like I said, purples are 200k each, and then obviously you get more expensive into the higher grade gear, and that is a lot of gold that you will be using. So what I would prioritize using your upgrades on, for me right now, I'm going to prioritize my Kel because she is like my main carry damage dealer unless I come up against wind units. So she's like my power level carry. So if we go over here to the growth section, you can see that she's the one that I put at level 108. So what I normally do is on this account, just with these units, everyone's account will be different and people have different preferences. But what I personally do is once I get like, so what I'm doing right now is leveling these guys all up one level at a time. Next will be 90, and then I'll level Kel to keep Kel 20 levels above them. Then when I get all of these guys to level 101, I will go and power level him up to 121 as well. So then I'll have these two at 121, and then I'll go back to the strategy of leveling 111 and then 1 and then 1111 until all these three catch up to him. And then like I said, so when you get to the 101, 121, 141 for me, I try and keep this character 20 levels above. It's a bit complicated, but everyone's a bit different. Do what you want. You'll eventually get there, but that's just what I've found to be working. At the moment, we're sort of pushing if we take a look in here, we're pushing around, I think it's like a bit over a 2x deficit. So yeah, we're a little bit over 2x. Like, we're not crazy. We're not absolutely balling. We're not pushing those 3x's. But I haven't really tested this one since we got the upgrades. But essentially, that's sort of where I'm at. So you guys can gauge that off what you will with that strategy. But essentially, that is the character. The one that I'm keeping power level the highest is the first one that I'll go ahead and upgrade the gear on. And then the second character that I'm leveling past that will be the second one that I upgrade on. And then you'll have to decide based on priorities which one you want to go past there. For me, the next character that deals the most damage for me at the moment, who doesn't even have a full set of gear because I'm struggling for mage gear, is going to be Rachel. So she would be the third one that I would look to. So just go on like that. Also, if you have a character that maybe always sits in the back row, gets sniped, you need some tankiness, feel free to go for them. But like I said, in general, my upgrade priority is going to mainly be my main damage dealer and then the ones after that. Now, the one cool thing about doing up my Kel first is that and like I only use her when she's neutral or advantageous. I don't use her against blue units because she just lacks. But the good thing about that is, keep in mind, if you've got one set of a certain type of gear, maybe avoid it. Like I said, I would do Rachel, but maybe I wouldn't, because then when I come up to blue enemies, I can just swap this set of mage gear over onto her, and then I can bring in whatever unit I need to sub into my team to make it work. So also having diversity around what types of gear you do. For instance, in my current main team, I'd have a tank piece with him. I would then have a mage set with her. I'd have a rogue set with her. And then we go down and I would have a support here. And then basically my remaining one can be whatever. So I don't have a warrior in my team. So if I had a warrior, it'd be nice. So maybe I'd focus on doing one of each set so that you can shift it around your characters as you will. But anyway, I'm sort of rambling on that point. You get it. Upgrade your gear. It's pretty safe. If it changes, I will definitely let you guys know. But at this stage, like I said, from blue to purple, there is no losses, which is pretty nice. Anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.